All right, awesome. So I'll put my timer down here. Let's just settle into our mats. Take a few breaths on your own, feeling your body just on the mat, letting your mind just let go of anything else, and just maybe set an intention for class, whether that's to just embody the workout, whether that's to gain strength, to really stretch. Just take a second and let everything else go away. Then we're going to breathe together. So feeling those feet on the mat, feeling the hips on the mat, the shoulders, the back of the ribs, the back of the head. And let's take a big inhale together across the entire body from bottom to top. So inhale, fill body. And then exhale, sigh it out. Let's do just one more like that. Inhale. And then exhale, sigh it out. And then we're going to focus on 3 centers breath. So this time, fill up low belly. So thinking about low belly rises as you inhale. And then low belly sinks as you exhale. As you exhale, don't curl under the pelvis. Leave the pelvis right where it is. Big inhale into low belly. Send breath there. And then exhale. Let low belly sink and empty out. Let's breathe like that one more time. Inhale, low belly rises. And in exhale, low belly sinks. Starting to feel a little bit of engagement of that pelvic floor. Bring the breath now to the mid belly. Take a big inhale, belly button rises towards the ceiling. And then an exhale, belly button sinks down into the spine. But don't let the tail come under. Inhale. Exhaling. Empty out, feeling as if you're tying a tight corset around those abdominals, but keeping pelvis neutral. Inhale. And an exhale. Now bring that breath up to your rib cage, finding a nice expansive rib cage. Fill up the ribs. And then exhale, find the rib cage coming together in the center. We'll call that knitting the rib cage towards the center line. And then do that again. Big inhale. And an exhale, allow air to empty. Rib cage comes together. Notice if the shoulders start to kind of curl up and off the mat. Try to keep them open, the chest open and the shoulders down. And let's do that breath one more time together. Inhale. And exhaling, rib cage comes together. All right, now bringing those 3 centers together. Take that first breath that we did, inhale across the entire body, feeling length from the top of the head out of the tailbone. And then exhale, begin to lower low belly, mid belly sinks, and rib cage knits together. Do that again, big inhale. And an exhale, low belly sinks, mid belly, and rib cage center, keeping that spine and that pelvis neutral. Let's do that last time. Big inhale. And an exhale, low belly, mid belly, rib cage, and just hold right there. Hold that, making sure glutes are not involved. We're just holding that core nice and tight. And then release everything out. Cool. Hands can come behind the head. We're going to bring legs up into tabletop. So if you can, bring knees over hips into that 90 degrees. If that's too tight on your back or it starts to hurt, you can bring those knees in slightly so that you are not putting strain on that low back. I might have to scoot down a little bit. All right, great. So hands are behind the head. We're in our tabletop. Take an inhale and an exhale. Go ahead and nod chin up towards chest. So we're in our upper ab curl here. Gaze is either at the belly or between the inner thighs, but not up towards the ceiling. Before we start movement, Let's make sure that the head is kind of pressed back, giving some resistance into those hands. So allow the head to, to the hands to be doing some work here. And then allow that chin to come a little bit more towards the chest, opening up the back of the neck. So let's not keep any tension in the neck and in the jaw here and in the shoulders, really putting that into the hands. So take that breath here. Inhale and an exhale, sinking that belly down. Don't curl the tail under. Again, inhale and exhaling. And then allow the head, neck, and shoulders to come down. Legs stay where they are. Exhale, rolling it right back up. So nice little curling up and down just to warm up those abdominals. Don't hold your breath here. Make sure that you're breathing. Notice that the pelvis wants to tuck under as you roll up. A lot of times we've kind of trained that pattern into our body, but we're trying to repattern this so we can really get deep into abdominals here and leave the pelvis neutral. Exhale, rolling up. Let's do 2 more. Inhale down and exhale, rolling up. Inhale down and exhale, rolling up. So staying right here. Allow that right foot to come down. Exhale, bring it up. Left leg taps down. Exhale, scoop it right back up. Inhale down. Thinking about exhale, emptying out low belly to bring the leg back up. Inhale right. Exhale, scoop it up. Again, here, keeping pelvis right where it is, not worrying about bringing anything tucking under. We want to keep a nice length here. Nice long spine. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, left goes down. Exhale it up. Inhale, right goes down. Exhale it up. Getting nice and warm in those abdominals. Exhaling it up. We have 1 more each side. And exhale up to the left. And exhale up. All right. Go ahead and straighten right leg out and bring it in. Left leg goes long and bring it in. Right leg lengthens. Exhale it in. To the left. Exhale it and gaze is still towards that belly button. If you need to at any point lay head, neck, and shoulders down, go ahead and do that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, scoop it in. Inhale, lengthen, getting as long as you can. Exhale it in. 1 more each side. Exhale it in. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale in. So we're going to combine that marching and that lengthen. So right leg goes down. It lengthens out. Toes tap and come up. Left down. Lengthen out. Toes come in and bend it in. Right and lengthen. Thinking about exhaling here to scoop it up. Inhale and lengthen. And then exhale to bring it in. I know we're nice and warm now. To bring it in to the left and lengthen. Last one each side. Then I'll give you a break here. And lengthen. And in to the left. And bring it in. Go ahead and bring everything down. Go ahead and rock side to side. And then allow your head to look side to side just to give the neck a little wake up this morning. All right, awesome. We're going to go right back into those abdominals whenever you're ready. So hands can come right back behind the head, bringing those legs back out into your tabletop, bringing head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Go ahead and turn the legs out. So just the knees want to be about as wide as the hips and or the shoulders. We don't want to go too wide here. So we're going to be like a little frog. Heels together, toes apart, flex those feet. We inhale to press out and we exhale, bring it back in. Inhale, press it out. Exhale, bend it in. Inhale, pressing out and exhale in. Inhale, lengthen. and exhale, bend. You've got 5 and 4. Gaze is still between those inner thighs or towards that belly. 3. If this is too much on the low back, just raise those legs up higher towards 90 degrees towards the ceiling. You have 1 more. All right. Bring the knees together. Everything comes together in parallel. Feet turn in, not inwards, but in parallel. And let's do that again. Inhale to press out. Exhale, bring it home. Inhale, press. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale in. And out. And in. 5 more. You've got this. Out. And in. Last 4. Breathing. Exhale it in. You've got 3. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. And bring it in. Last one. And bring it in. Bring everything down again. Excuse me. All right, go ahead and allow the left leg to go long on the mat. Keep that right leg bent in. And then we're going to do a little hamstring stretch before we do our single leg circles. Then go ahead and allow that right leg to go up towards the ceiling, holding on behind a hamstring. You can point and flex the foot. Circle that ankle around to wake it up this morning. And before we go into this, go ahead and take that left hand outside of the right leg. You can have it on the hamstring, you can have it on the calf, whatever is accessible. Then take the right hand, place it in the hip crease. And then we are going to try to keep that right hip down as we allow the leg to drift over across the body to get a nice stretch in that side of the leg. Whew. And just take an inhale and an exhale. Let's do one more breath here. And exhale, bringing it back, bending it in and straightening it up. And then go ahead and point that foot. And then allow the leg to externally rotate. So turning out a little bit. Hands can come down by your side. Still plugged in the belly. We inhale, allow the leg to come across the body. And we exhale, bringing it back up. No wider than your mat. Inhale, cross. Exhale it around. Holding abdominals nice and plugged in here because we don't want to move all around the mat as the leg moves. Exhale around. Inhale, cross. Exhale around. Notice your chest or shoulders wanting to roll forward. You have 2 more. Exhale around. Last one. Exhale around. Now reverse it. Slice that leg down, cross it across the body and back up to center. Inhale down. Exhale around. Inhale down. Rib cage stay knitted together here. Abdominals stay plugged in. Exhale around. Last 3. Inhale down. Exhale up. Down and around. Last one. And down and up. Leave that leg up. Grab behind the thigh here. Again, give it a little stretch in. And while we're in this position, we're going to go into something called tree. So we're going to use the leg as if it's a tree, and we're going to climb up to the top. So I know that might sound crazy. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, allow head, neck, and shoulders to begin to curl up. Leg can drop you down a little, and you're just going to come up with that leg. Take those hands up towards the ankle and give a little stretch here. And then when you're ready, exhale, rolling back down. Leg comes back up towards the ceiling and we walk down our leg. Inhale, exhale, rolling it up. Leg can come forward so it can help you get up to that seated position. Inhale at the top and exhale, allowing pelvis to dial under as we roll it back down. We have 1 more like that. Inhale, exhale, rolling up. Staying up this time, taking that left hand to the outside of the right foot, just like we did a minute ago, and then give a little spine twist here.
Trying to sit up as tall as we can here. And then reclaim that leg with both hands. And then allow the leg to come back and roll back down. Nice work. Bend it in. And let's switch our legs. Right leg goes long, left leg comes in and up towards the ceiling, a little hamstring stretch. You'll probably notice one leg is tighter than the other. For sure, my left leg is way tighter than my right leg. Go ahead and just point and flex that foot. Allow ankle to roll. Giving the left side the same attention as the right. Nice. And then when you're ready, take that right hand outside to the right leg or to the left leg. Take that left hand, place it in that hip crease. You can externally rotate the leg a little here too, if that's helpful. And then while keeping that left hip plugged in and striving for it to stay down on the left side, allow the leg to float over to the right side. Whew, that one's nice and tight for me. I feel a lot in that one, all the way down in my calf. Inhaling and exhale. And then allow that to release. You can bend that in. And back up towards the ceiling. And then when you're ready, hands come down towards your body. Externally rotate that leg, and we're going to do our leg circles. So plugging abdominals in, take an inhale, cross. Exhale, up and back. Inhale, cross. Exhale to center. Inhale, cross. Exhale, center. Breathing here. Inhale, cross. Exhale, center. Don't hold your breath. Keeps too much tension. Exhale, cross. Last one. Inhale. And exhale, center. Now, inhale, leg slices down. Exhale it around. Inhale, down. Exhale around. Really using those abdominals not to let you slide all over the mat. Inhale, down. Exhale around. Last two. Inhale, down. Exhale around. Last one. Inhale, down. Exhale around. All right. Going into tree on the left side. Take an inhale. Get some nice length. And then exhale. Begin to nod up. Allow that leg to lower to help you move up your leg. 1, 2, 3 with those hands. Inhale at the top. And then exhale. Begin to roll back down one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, chin to chest. Using that breath to pull you up. Inhale at the top. And then exhale, dialing pelvis under to roll it down. We have one more. Inhale at the bottom. And exhaling to roll it up. Finding that nice seated position here. Take the right hand outside to the left leg and do a nice little twist here. Taking a breath into that twist. One more breath. Then bring that left hand back to that leg. And let's begin to roll back down one vertebrae at a time. Bring both knees in. Let's do a little spine stretch there. Allow the legs to fall over towards the right. Gaze is over towards the left hand. And just breathe into that twist as well. Take 2 more breaths here on your own. And then when you're ready, bring the legs through center and drop them over towards the left side. Gaze is over towards that right hand. Taking 2 more breaths on your own. And then allow those legs to come up towards the center. So keeping those feet down on the mat, we're going to go into some shoulder bridges, but with a little bit of pelvic warm up first. So hands can come down by your sides, keeping that chest nice and open. Ribs stay together. So whenever we do go up into our shoulder bridge, we want to make sure that those ribs stay knitted together. We don't want to allow them to open up and arch the back. So, but first, let's just do a little pelvic rocking here. So take an inhale and allow the pelvis to spill forward towards your heels. And on the exhale, allow the pelvis to rock back through neutral and come up, tilt back towards your nose, keeping the glutes out of it though. So it's a bony movement. Inhale, allow pelvis to rock forward, finding that arch of the back. And then exhale, rolling through, allowing pelvis to come up towards your nose. Do that one more time. Inhale, rocking forward. And an exhale to rock it back. All right, stay here. So we're calling this 12 o'clock towards your face. We're going to do a little pelvic clock here. So thinking before we get started as your pelvis as a bowl with liquid in it. So you don't want to tip it so much that all the liquid comes out. We want to kind of swirl it around or swish it around in there. So allow the pelvis, it's just a small movement, but you'll find they're your sticking points, to drop down towards the left side, coming through what we'd call like 3 o'clock, down and around towards your heels at 6 o'clock, and then come back around that other side, up the right side, and back up to 12 o'clock. Do that again. See for you. I don't know about for you guys, but for me, the right all along through 2, 3, 4, and 5 are really, really tight for me because I have a really tight left hip situation going on. And then let's reverse that. So allow the pelvis to fall towards the right, down and around towards the heels, and then coming up that left side. And inhale, bring it around, down and around, and up towards the left. And then finding 12 o'clock, allowing it just to tip down towards the heels, and then coming into neutral for you. All right. So we're going to go up into our shoulder bridge. Before we go, really making sure that knees aren't falling out to the sides. They're just pointing straight out, straight lines from your hips. Take an inhale, and then an exhale. Begin to curl up towards your nose, one vertebrae at a time, into shoulder bridge. So allowing pelvis to be off the mat, rib cage lays heavy on the mat. So take an inhale here, and then soften the sternum. So coming into that place, take one more inhale and an exhale. Nice work. Staying right here, let's do a little bit of toe raises, or I guess heel raises on the toes. So a little up, little down. Just releasing the heels, starting to fire those glutes and hamstrings. For 8, breathing, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now rock it back to your heels. Bring the toes off the mat. Bend down so that the glutes touch, and then come right back up. So it's a little hinge at the hips and pressing up. Inhale down and exhale, press. Inhale down. Exhale, press it up. Keep those abdominals plugged in. And exhale, press. Check to see if those knees have fallen off to the sides. Inhale down. And exhale, press. Just a small movement. Inhale down. Exhale up. You have 3 more. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale upward. Last one. Inhale down. Exhale up. Place those toes back on the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, rolling it all the way back down. Allow the pelvis to come through towards the heels on the inhale. And then exhale, let's come right on back up into that shoulder bridge. Again, take an inhale here. Soften the sternum. And then this time, let's do a little pulsing up towards the ceiling. We pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Squeeze those legs together for 8, keeping the feet where they are. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's pulse it again towards the ceiling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In one more time for 8, 7, firing up glutes, firing up hamstrings, that crease right beneath the glutes. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale and exhale, rolling it all the way down. Allow an inhale, pelvis rocks forward. We're going to roll up one more time. Exhale, rolling it up. Let's bring the arms involved here this time. So as we go up, arms are going to come, as we go down, arms are going to come, opposite direction. Hips go up, arms go down. And then we allow hips down, arms go back. And slice those arms. Inhale down, exhaling to press. Inhale down, exhale, press it up. Inhale down, trying to keep those shoulders plugged in on the mat. Inhale down, exhale, press. Inhale down, exhale, press. Last 3. Inhale down, exhale, press. Hoping that those hamstrings are feeling a little bit of fire right now. Last one. Keep it up, holding there, just slicing the arms back and up as you hold the position. 2, breathing, keeping abdominals and ribs really together here. You've got 5 and 4, 3 and 2. Last one. Holding here, take an inhale and an exhale and begin to roll all the way down. Nice work. Bring those knees in towards your chest. Allow that low back to get a little stretch here. And then we're going to come onto our side for some side lying series. So go ahead and turn over onto your right side. And we're going to come up on our arm today, propped up. I think we've been laying down a little bit. So I'm going to change it up a little bit this week. Making sure, so setup for this is important, making sure that the back, your shoulders, and your glutes are all in one line. And then your legs are towards the front corner of the mat. So getting into that setup first, we have one straight line and then a little angle for the legs. Also with this shoulder, we always want to do this because we get tired, pressing out and away from that shoulder. So making sure that as we go through this, I'll remind you, but not allowing this to happen, right? We want to press away, keeping this nice and open right here. Top hand can either be on the hip. If you want to try some balance, it can be in front of you. You choose what's right for you. And again, before we begin the movement, think about that right side obliques here. You can get some feedback by just placing the hand under there and pulling up. A lot of times, same thing. We can start to get tired and we just kind of let this happen. We don't want that to happen. We want to pull up and away from the mat and keep those abs pulled and plugged in here, because that is what's going to help this leg as it moves. We want to keep our core, our box nice and strong. We call it the powerhouse. So pick up that right foot and then allow the leg to lengthen past. That's your left leg. Allow it to lengthen past your bottom leg. So getting a little inch longer if you can. That opens up that hip joint there. So we're just going to do little up, little down, little up and down. Exhaling and inhaling.
Making sure that we're still out of that shoulder, making sure that we're plugged in our abdominals. We've got 5 and 4, 3, 2, hold it up on 1, tiny circles, 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, gazes forward, 2, 1, reverse it, 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, plugging in, 3, 2, 1, flex that foot. We're going to kick it forward, exhale forward, and inhale it, allow it to come to the back. It does not have to be a big movement because we don't want hips to kind of fall as we go. Keeping that upper body nice and still, and inhale it to the back. Exhale, kick it forward. And inhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, kick forward. And inhale, stretch. Exhale, forward. And inhale, lengthen. Last 2. And inhale, lengthen. At any point you want to lay down, you can do that too. Keep it to the back. Little pulses up. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Bend those legs in. We're going to do a little clam here. Pulsing to the back. And 7, 6, 5. Have we fallen into that shoulder? If we have, pick ourselves up and out. 3, 2, and 1. Leave it up even more back. 4, 8, 7. Holding everything together. Taking a breath. Knitting rib cage. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and lengthen those legs out. Lay down on your side. And then we're going to take that left leg and bring it up and over. And if that doesn't feel good, you can always lay it down in front of you. So if this feels good, go ahead and grab that ankle with your left hand. And you can give a little bit of resistance here to open up that hip. Flex that bottom foot. And we're going to go up and down. And as we do this, even though those obliques are now laying down on the mat, we don't want to relax them. We still want to pull them up and away from the mat. So you've got 5 and 4, 3, 2, hold it up on 1, point the foot, tiny circles, 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse it, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Flex the foot, pulse it up. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5. Really working that inner thigh. 3, 2, and 1. Release it. Nice work. Go ahead and roll onto your back. Place the right foot down. Left leg goes over top of that right knee, opening up that hip. Stretching out where we just worked. You can also bring those legs in towards your chest if you need some extra. You can also take that left hand and press it on the left thigh to give a little extra stretch there, and just breathe into that. Allow your tail to be heavy on the mat, your tailbone, instead of tucking it under here. You'll find even more of a stretch. And then when you're ready, place that foot back down, and we're going to move to our other side. So again, setting up, super important, making sure that that upper body down to the glutes is all in line, and then the legs come to the front corner of the mat. Checking that shoulder, making sure you're good there, and making sure the elbow is underneath the shoulder here too. Check in on those obliques, pull them away, making sure everything's nice and strong here. Stabilize everything. Allow that top leg to rise, and then reach it out longer past the bottom leg, opening up that hip. I'm going to go up and down here.
for 8, 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tiny circles for 8, 7. This is when you can really use that core to make sure that you're not moving all over the place. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it. 8, 7. Check in on that shoulder. Have we fallen and slumped into it? If we have, come out of it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex the foot. Kick it forward. Exhale forward. And inhale, lengthen it to the back. Exhale forward. And inhale to the back. Exhale it forward. And inhale back. Exhale forward. Shh. Inhale back. You've got 4. And 3. Last 2. And 1. Keep it to the back. Pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Bring it down. Coming into our clam. Opening it up at 8 and 7. Checking your shoulder. Keep breathing. 5 and 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5. You got this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Place it down. Go ahead and lengthen out. Laying down. Legs go long. Right leg comes over. Either laying it down or grabbing that ankle. Flexing that bottom foot. Little up, little down. For 8 and 7. Checking in on those abdominals. Not letting them relax on the mat. 4, 3, 2. Leave it up on 1. Point that foot. Tiny circles. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Flex that foot. Keep it up, pulsing up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down nice and long. Turn onto your back. And then allow right foot to go over the left leg. And getting into that figure 4 stretch there. Bringing the legs in if that feels good. Pressing the knee away if that feels good. And just take a few breaths there. And again, watching the tailbone so that it's not tucked under, allowing it to fall heavy towards the mat. And then go ahead and release the legs. Stretching out nice and long for a second there. Getting any release in the psoas. And then when you're ready, bend those legs back in. And we're going to do some roll-ups here. So the closer the feet are towards the glutes, the more challenging this is. The further they are away, the more accessible it is. So choose. You can try it out both ways. See how you feel. And go from there. So we're going to do some roll-ups here. So arms are going to go up towards the ceiling. So same way that we use them in that shoulder bridge, we're going to use them here. One thing we want to make sure not to do is I really want you to use your core to roll up. I don't want you to think about using these arms and kind of like throwing yourself forward. So there's a few ways we can help that. Take the arms up towards the ceiling. So taking them so the shoulders no longer have contact with the mat. And then it's like puppet arms. And then allow the arms to sink back down into place. And now they have contact with the mat. So we want to keep them there instead of up and away. So now, taking that same inhale, And exhale, plugging abdominals in. Don't tuck your pelvis under. Allow the hands to reach back just enough where the rib cage stays together. Exhale, rolling forward, chin comes to chest, and we roll it all the way up. If we need to put hands behind the hamstrings, go ahead and do that. Gaze comes over the pelvis, and then we come up and we sit in this nice stack seated position. Inhale here, and exhale, dial pelvis under, rolling it back one vertebrae at a time, down the center of the spine, and we reach back. Inhale, arms come over, shoulders are attached to the mat. Exhale, rolling forward. And we find that nice stacked spine here. Inhale and exhale, rolling under. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Allow the shoulders to touch the mat. Inhale, arms come back. Exhale, we roll it right up. Gaze comes over the pelvis. And then we find that nice stacked spine. Before we roll back, really sitting here, thinking of how can I get even higher here? Thinking about sits bones gathering together so you can make even taller, taller, taller. So we have something attached to the top of our head going towards the ceiling. And then we exhale, dialing pelvis under to roll it back. Nice little spine massage here as we roll back. Still working those abdominals. Inhale, arms go back. Exhale, rolling it up. Coming all the way up to that stack seated position. Nice work. Hands down, go ahead and scoot your glutes back. Open up the legs to max distance. And then we're gonna flex the feet. So same idea that when we're having that nice seated position, we wanna find this like super stacked spine. A lot of times we'll be sitting up and we kind of think we're sitting up when we're here. But really we wanna be in this position where is if we put a board or a wall or something behind our spine and we are touching all along it. So really think about the sits bones. They help really, really come together. And then think about pelvic floor engagement here too. If you can feel pelvic floor rise up, you'll feel sits bones engage as well. And you'll go from kind of sitting to really up. You'll get at least maybe an inch more of length here. So a little spine stretch forward here. Take an inhale. And then an exhale, allow chin to come to chest. Hollowing out low belly. Begin to come over like a big beach ball in front of you. So we're not going super far. Take an inhale and then exhale. Find those low abdominals to pull you back up to that nice stack seated position. Inhale for length. Exhale, nodding chin to chest. Hollowing out low belly. Up and over our beach ball. Take an inhale and an exhale. Coming right on and back and stacked. One more just like that. Inhale. Exhale, nodding chin to chest. Hollowing out belly. Up and over. And then exhale. We come on back up. We're going to switch it up a little bit this time. Inhale. Exhale, nodding chin to chest. Pinkies come down towards the mat inside of the knees. This time, allow the sits bones to flare backwards. So you're able to come forward even more and stretching out nice and long here and coming up into your flat back. So whatever that means, that could be lower, that could be higher than mine, whatever that looks like for you. Take an inhale and we're going to twist towards the left, keeping the right sits bone grounded. And then exhale, coming back to center. Inhale, twisting towards the right. Both sits bones are evenly grounded. Exhale, back to center. Let's twist again, up and over, towards the left. And then back to center. Twisting towards the right. So as if that bottom half is just sitting still and we're just wringing out the top half. And exhale. Allow those hands to come down towards the mat, pulling abdominals back and up. Nice stacked spine. We're going to do that one more time. Excuse me. Inhale. Exhale. Nodding down. Pinkies come to the mat. Sits bones flare backwards. And we roll it all the way up into our flat back. This time, let's take an inhale towards the right first. And then exhale to bring us back. Inhale towards the left. And then exhale towards the right. Inhale, twist. And exhale back. Inhale towards the left. And then exhale towards the back. Let those hands come down and find that nice stacked seated spine here. Hands can come out towards the side. Excuse me. We're going to do something called saw. So that same idea of reaching forward and bending and getting that nice flexion in the spine. This time we're going to twist and bend at the same time. So allow this same position here, thinking about twisting towards the right and then reaching, sawing off that pinky toe with that pinky finger. And then exhale, pulling you right back up to that stacked spine and towards the center. Twisting towards the left, rolling it down, exhaling it up, and coming towards center. We can speed it up towards the right, rolling down, and up, back to center, to the left, roll down, and up to the center. One more each side, and down, and up, and center, to the left, and down, and up, and center. We're going to do one more spine twist thing here. Why not? Let's wring it completely out today. Bring those legs together, hands stay out in the T. This time, keeping both sits bone grounded the same way. Twist towards the right for 2 and back. So it's a little exhale, exhale to center, and exhale, exhale to center. So shh, 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 shh. And you can give a little rotation with that back hand as you reach. So turning over that back hand as you reach. And gaze can come towards those fingertips. Let's do one more to each side. Twist. I think I have one more to the left. Keeping it even. And hands can come down. Scoot your glutes back towards your heels and come on back down. All right. Coming over onto your belly. Doing some prone work here. Let's find our hands underneath of our shoulders here and forehead down to the mat. If you have a super flexible low back, you can do heels together, toes apart in Pilates stance. I do not, so I'm going to choose to put my feet wider, just about mat's distance apart. So hands come underneath, take an inhale and an exhale, finding those abdominals, the low abdominals, the transverse abdominals. This is what supports the back so much in this position. So take an inhale and an exhale. Feel as if you're going to pull those abdominals up and away from the mat. Do that one more time. Inhale and exhale, pulling abdominals up. All right, great. So on the next inhale, allow the gaze to come up towards the front of your mat and just come up just to your rib cage. And then exhale, allow it to melt back down. Inhale, gaze comes up, just coming to rib cage. And then exhale, down. We're going to do one more just like that. Inhale up. And an exhale to melt down. This time we're going to go into your fullest extension. So inhale, coming to rib cage. Exhale, pressing the mat away. Inhale, open up across the chest at the top. And then exhale, slowly melt down onto the mat. On your next inhale, pressing away. Exhale, really press that mat away. Open up the chest, thinking about externally rotating those arms. And then exhale to roll it down. Let's do one more. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, really pressing away. Open up across the chest. And then exhale. We roll it all the way down. If you feel good to press back into child's pose, to do a little counter stretch, go for it. And then we're going to come right back down onto our stomachs and do some work here. So hands can actually, let's go hands out in front of us today. So let's do bottom half, top half, and then both together. So you're kind of in an X here. So let's work on that bottom half first. Actually, it's more comfortable. Put your hands in a pillow first for your bottom half. So find those transverse abdominals. Take an inhale and an exhale. Pull them up and away from the mat. Take one more inhale. And on this exhale, allow pelvis to tilt forward in towards the mat. So it allows the legs to release off the mat and float up. And then allow them to float down. Exhale, floating them up. And inhale down. Exhaling it up. Watching those shoulders. A lot of times they want to creep up by the ears here and down. Exhale, float. And down, getting a little hamstring and glute fire here. Exhale it up. And inhale down. You have 3 more. Exhaling it up. And inhale down. Exhale up. And inhale down. This time, leave them up. Exhale, leave them up. Do a little swimming with those legs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and melt them down. All right. Lower body stays down. Upper body is going to move. Reach those arms out in front of us. Forehead back down to the mat. Take an inhale and an exhale. Pulling abdominals up and away from the mat. On the inhale, begin to rise the upper body up and off the mat. And exhale, laying it down. Pressing those feet into the mat so that you can engage those legs. They can really support you here. Take an inhale, rising up. Exhale, melting down. Keep moving through that. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. Exhaling down. Inhaling, lengthen. And exhale down. 3 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last 2. Up. And exhale down. Last one. Staying up. Inhale up. And hold. Float those arms, little swimmers, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Don't forget to breathe. 2, 1. Release everything down. Take an inhale and an exhale to recover. And then on the next inhale, everything comes up together. Inhale up. Exhale, melt it down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale, lengthen across the whole body. As if you're reaching out across the front and the back. Nice long line and melt down. Last 3. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. Staying up. Begin to swim for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release everything down. Go ahead and press back into child's pose. And take a breath there. And check on our time here. Go ahead and reach those hands over towards the right. Allow the hips to fall towards the left. Get a nice little stretch in that left side body. And when you're ready, walking them through center over towards the left. Hips fall towards the right. Stretching out that right side body. And then bringing arms back through center. And do a stretch here. Really reaching those arms away from you in this child's pose. We're going to initiate this movement from the pelvis. So take an inhale, and on the exhale, begin to roll up into your cat position. And then allow hands to come out one, like hands distance in front of you. And then begin to unfurl that spine, opening up, pelvis drops down towards the mat, gaze comes up into an up dog. Inhale, exhale, nodding chin to chest, rolling up through that high Halloween cat, and then back down until glutes meet the heels. Inhale and exhale, starting at the pelvis, rocking all the way through to that hollow point. Hands reach out and begin to unfurl the spine. Pelvis reaches down, head and neck, everything comes up. Gaze is out in front of you. Inhale, exhale, nodding chin to chest. Up through that hollowest point, ribs really knit together here, trying to keep that hollowed position all the way until you have to allow the sits bones to flare at the back. One more time. Inhale, exhale, rolling up and through. Really getting some nice mobility in that spine today. Pelvis comes down, opening up across the chest here. Exhaling, nodding chin to chest. Rolling back. And coming all the way back down. Nice work. All right, great. We only have about 4 minutes left in class. 3:30 actually. So let's go ahead and do some stretching out. I feel like we're always rushed at the end to stretch. So let's gonna do a mermaid stretch today. So go ahead and place right leg kind of in like a little figure four. If that doesn't work for you, you can also just be cross-legged. So whatever works for you today. And we're just striving to keep that left hip down towards the mat. Allow those arms to come out into a T. And what we're gonna do is take an inhale, shift the rib cage over towards the right before we move. Exactly. Hand comes down and a little stretch away from the body. So towards that front leg, trying to strive for that hip to stay down. Is not going to, but just the idea that that stays down so you can really get a nice stretch there. And then come up and over towards the other side. Do one more of those. Reaching up, little shift of the ribs. Hand goes down and we stretch it over. Even here, we can kind of open up towards the ceiling a little bit. And then square back off. Reaching up and over. And then when you're ready, we can change those legs. Get some nice side body stretch on the other side. Reaching those arms out. Shifting of that rib cage over, down and up and over. Keeping that right hip down as much as you can to get that nice stretch across the right side of the body. And then back up. Right arm comes down, left arm stretches over. And then reaching back. Little shift down, over. And this is where we open up our chest towards the ceiling here. And then when you're ready, square it off. Coming back up one more time over towards the right. And then bring everything up. Come in just to a seated position, feet in front of you. Let's go ahead and roll those shoulders back. And then take the head, looking to the left, looking to the right. Just do that one more time. Looking left and right. And let's take an inhale. Everything rises up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, sigh everything out. Thanks you guys so much. Really appreciate you joining me today. We'll see you again next Thursday. And otherwise, this will be up and a few others will be up on the Potrux channel soon. All right. So see you guys. Have a great Thursday. Stay warm and dry out there. Bye.